everyone, and welcome back to Beck's Flavor. If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Becca and I'd like to give you a very warm welcome. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe because I am sure you will love this channel. And to my old subscribers, thank you so much for all the support that you give me. I don't want this video to be long, so I'll just get straight into it. So today I thought I'll do something different with you and show you how I lost weight just by the way I ate. I did not exercise, I did not do anything different. I just changed the way I was eating. So pre-corona or pre-lockdown season, I was on this ketogenic diet. If you haven't heard about this diet, I would advise you to go and research about it for yourself so you know what this all is about. But in a nutshell, it's just basically a very low carb diet. Now, you all know that I'm Ghanaian and most of our foods are carbohydrates. So it was a struggle at the first time and stuff, but I managed to somehow make things work for me. So that's why I'll be sharing this with you, okay? Now, disclaimer, before I start, I am not a dietitian, I am not a nutritionist, I'm not a doctor. I just did something that worked for me and I'd like to share that with you. So please consider your own health before you start this diet, okay? Now, everything I'll be cooking today will already be on the channel, so it won't be like a step-by-step guide, but it will just show you how I'm changing things. So I'll be making three things. I'll be making okra stew, and I will pair that with a cauliflower banku, and I'll be making cauliflower rice and some vegetables, and then I'll make a butternut squash roast potato type of thing, also with the vegetables. And through the video, I'll be sharing some tips on how I achieved this weight, or how I achieved the weight loss that I had before, and just come along with me, okay? I will also be sharing with you my breakfast ideas, what time I was eating, what time I stopped eating, because all the combinations together worked really well to achieve the weight loss that I had. So I lost about 11 kilos, which is about 24 pounds, if I'm correct, 24 pounds. And really it wasn't that hard because I didn't have to exercise. I do not like to exercise, okay? Now, if you like what I'm wearing, yes, you can tell I've got a new t-shirt on. This t-shirt was gifted to me by my friend, my little sister, Easy Tea Wear. So she makes personalized stuff. She makes t-shirts. Oh, she even got me a mug. She got me a apron. She does everything. She does slippers. She does everything personalized for weddings, parties, anything that you need. So I will link all her social media handles in my description box below, so please check that out. And if you want some merch, comment below and let me know. So what is this ketogenic diet? I'm just going to tell you quite briefly. It is a low carb, high fat diet. It doesn't mean that you should be eating just fat, but you should be consuming very good fat. So your body uses carbohydrates as energy, and if you deprive your body from this carbohydrate, it's going to use your stored body fat as energy, and this is the reason why you lose weight on this diet. Now, on this diet, you can't just eat anything. You have to be very mindful of the things that you are eating, i.e. you can have all the things on the list that I'm showing you right now. You can just pause this video and have a look of the things that you like and the things that you don't like, and you then try to sort of make a nice meal out of these ingredients. So one of my favorite meals that I like to eat on this diet is a butternut squash, yeah? So this butternut squash I like in comparison to a normal potato, because butternut squash has 21 grams of carbs and a normal potato has 37 grams of carbs, because you know we're trying to keep the carb content low. And this butternut squash tastes a bit like sweet potatoes. So if you do like sweet potatoes, this will be a treat for you. I usually have it with some salad and chicken, or some vegetable stew, or some vegetable stir fry, which we'll be making very soon. So what I do is I just peel off the skin, and then I'll take out the seeds, cut them up in cubes, lightly season it with a bit of all-purpose seasoning, some black pepper, some olive oil, and then I'll be baking it, right? So I'll be putting this in my air fryer. If you haven't got an air fryer, I would really recommend you get one. It is a really good quick equipment. It literally takes about 10 minutes for this to be done, and it comes out nice and crispy and really nice. So, but of course, you can just go ahead and just bake it in your oven. It will be equally nice. It might just take a bit longer, but it will be nice as well. So like I said, this is the seasoning that I'm using. Quite little, very minimal, because it's quite sweet. You don't want to overpower it with other seasoning. So it took about 10 minutes and my butternut squash is all done. It's truly that simple, no fuss at all. Now I'm going to be showing you my alternative to rice. I know we all love rice, and yes, I'm aware that cauliflower is not quite rice, okay? But we're trying to achieve, hot summer body here, so something has got to give. So here I have my cauliflower here. I'm just going to use about half of it, and I'm going to grate it to get like a rice consistency. You can also use a food processor if you have one, but this method works really well for me because it's easy and quicker than using my food processor. So I'll just grate it, and then I can create that rice-like feel. So after grating my cauliflower, this is how it looks. Nice consistency, that's what you're trying to achieve. And I will save the rest of the cauliflower to make our cauliflower banku later on in the video. So just stay tuned for that. And then I'm going to be using a paper towel to dab some of the excess water, because it's quite wet and I don't want it to be wet when I sort of cook it a little bit. So all I do is just pat it a bit with my paper towel to get some moisture out of the cauliflower. I have got a recipe on how I make my yellow rice, because I'll be making my yellow rice alternative. So I will put all the link in the description box below and you can check that out. So basically that's almost the same principle I'm using to make my cauliflower yellow rice. So check that out. It is really quick. It literally takes about a minute to achieve this. You don't have to cook it for too long, otherwise it gets really soggy. So here I'll be showing you how I make my cauliflower banku. I do have a detailed video on my channel, so I will link that in the description box below while I tell you the other things that I did on the diet. So when I was on the diet, I did an intermittent fasting, which means that you need to stop eating at a certain time of the day and then continue eating the next day. So for instance, if you stop eating at 8 p.m. in the evening, if you're doing a 16-hour fast, you start eating again the next day at 12 in the afternoon. That's 16 hours, which is really good for beginners. I have got this app that I use which helps me to time my fasting. So now I do an 18 to 20 hour fast every day, and it helps the weight loss process. You can lose weight quicker that way. I will link that also in the description box below if you're interested in using this app as well. So for my butternut squash sort of potato alternative and the cauliflower rice that I made, I will be having this with a chicken vegetable stir fry. I also have a detailed video on how I achieve this on my channel. So I will also link that in the description box below. I just want to go through with you just the things that I did while on the diet. So while the video is playing, obviously I've got a detailed version that you can go to and watch how I achieve the meal. But basically, aside doing the intermittent fasting, you'll also have to try and keep yourself replenished and drink a lot of water and keep yourself hydrated. Okay, so you can do this whilst you're fasting. You can only drink things that are not going to break your fast. So i.e., you can drink some green tea or black coffee, anything that hasn't got any sugar or any carbs in there, or just simple water will do. But if you drink those things, it will not break your fast and you can hold on longer to your fast. So if you begin to feel a bit hungry, you can just have a green tea or have a black coffee or just have a black tea if you're feeling a bit hungry, and this will help you to sustain your fasting till the time that you need to fast too. So right now I do about 20-hour fast a day, and when you start, obviously it's going to be a bit hard, so you have to start with what your body can take. So maybe if you stop eating at 8 p.m. in the evening, you can start eating your breakfast at, let's say, 11 or so, and you can do this intermittent fasting thing for a bit longer. Now for your breakfast ideas, what I usually eat is I have some scrambled egg with cheese, because you can have cheese on the diet, and I will have some avocado with it and some green tea, or I'll have a normal tea, which is like a normal black tea with almond milk. So almond milk is a real good alternative to your normal milk that you can be having. Also, you can have a full fat Greek yogurt. So when you go to the shops, don't be tempted to buy a low fat yogurt, because remember, you need the good fats. Okay, so you need to buy full fat Greek yogurt, and you can have some berries with it, or you can just eat it on its own. I also have this sugar that I bought on Amazon, which is it's got very low carbs and no calories. It's really good on a keto diet. I will link that below in the description box for your convenience, if that's something that you want to try as well, so that you can make your drinks and your cakes and stuff. Yes, you can have cake on the diet, but of course it has to be with coconut flour or almond flour. You can't have normal flour because of the carbs that you're trying to cut out. So for the cauliflower banku that I made, I will be having this with my okra or okra stew, which again, I have a detailed version of that on my channel. Now, the reason why I'm making these meals that I already have on my channel is to show you the alternative to normal carbs that you can have. So on this diet, when I started, it was a bit hard because I was just eating lots of vegetables, salads and all that, and I got bored of it. I got really tired of it. So I thought I need to find alternatives to enjoying my normal meals, and this is what I came up with. So because I wanted to still eat some sort of African meals, I did some research and I found that I can make things work for myself and still enjoy the meals that I want to eat. Also, I wanted to be able to cook one meal for the whole family, which I can just make some alternatives to the meal, so I don't have to be cooking separate meals all the time, and this worked really well for me. So comment below and let me know if this is something that you'll be interested in. So every now and then I can post videos on how to do things to lose weight on the keto diet, so how you can change things around. Like I mentioned before, you can have cakes and pancakes and all that nice stuff, but then of course you have to make some adjustment to the ingredients, but you can still enjoy. And yes, it may not taste fully like the normal meals, but I promise you it's really not that bad. And to enjoy the benefits of losing weight, why not? I also found that because of, busy schedules and people just being too busy to cook a keto meal every day, I decided to do a meal prep, which I found that it works really well because when I come back home after a long day, I realized that I would just want to eat whatever I have for my family because I'm too tired to make another keto meal. Hence why I'm making this video to show you that you can meal prep all these things. So what I usually do is I'll meal prep for the week from Monday to Friday, and then in the weekend I may have a cheeky little carb meal, but of course in moderation. Okay, so you don't feel like you're missing out too much and you can sustain the diet. Okay, you don't want to be in a diet that is so rigid that you will just go back and then it wouldn't work. There's no point. So every weekend I will have a bit of cheat meal and this will keep me going. And yes, I did lose weight, so this is what I'm going to be trying again. So now I've put all my meals in my glass meal prep bowls that I've got from Amazon. It really works well for what I am trying to achieve. If this is something that you would like me to do on my channel, please comment below and let me know. Give me a thumbs up and share this video with your friends and family. Let them know that yes, you can be on a diet, but you can still enjoy nice meals. All right, so give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscription button and also press the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future video ever again. And I shall see you in my next video. Bye.